No credit card, no commitment. Just the simple satisfaction of watching your price per gallon roll back. And the more you buy, the more you save. So go ahead, grab a large coffee. That's 4 cents off every gallon. And that, my friend, is being in the driver's seat. Visit GoSunoco8plus.com for details. 8+ rewards card required to participate. Void where prohibited.
The FedEx Cup comes to New York this August. Don't miss a second of it at the Turning Stone Resort Championship, August 2nd through the 8th. For tickets, call 877-833-SHOW or go to turningstonechampionship.com.
Toyota owners, through July, visit your participating Toyota dealer and receive an oil change for just $24.95. Synthetic oil slightly higher. Your Toyota dealer has quick, competitively priced service by factory-trained technicians. Toyota quality to move you forward.
Traffic is a service of your local Toyota dealers.
Tuesday, July 13th, 2010. If it's happening now,
You're hearing it now.
This is News Radio 570 WSYR, Syracuse.
More on the oil leak in the Gulf and 3 heat-related deaths in Onondaga County at 5:30. I'm Michelle Clark. WSYR all-day traffic and weather together. Here's Justin James.
690 West between Teal Avenue and West Street. We've got very heavy delays due to ongoing road work. Also, 481 South at the off-ramp to 690 West. We have reports of an accident. Traffic and weather together on the 10s in the morning. In the WSYR Price Chopper Traffic Center, I'm Justin James.
A slow-moving frontal boundary continues to bring us that shot of showers and thunderstorms for this evening and tonight, and for one more day tomorrow before we dry things out and start to heat things up on Thursday. But those scatter showers and thunderstorms can be heavy in spots tonight, down to 68. Scatter showers and thunderstorms 86 for tomorrow. But Thursday, sunny, up around 90, so stay cool. Thunderstorms may get back in here into the day Friday. I'm Michael Palmer from the Weather Channel on Central New York's weather station, News Radio 570 WSYR.
Clouds 83 degrees now. Central New York's top stories after Fox News covers the world at 5:32.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lisa Lacera. 4 New Orleans police officers charged with federal civil rights violations in the shooting deaths of unarmed people on a bridge in 2005 in the chaos after Hurricane Katrina.
Put simply, we will not tolerate wrongdoing by those who are sworn to protect the public. This will not stand, and we will hold all offenders accountable.
Attorney General Eric Holder, 2 other officers charged with trying to cover up the shootings, which left 2 men dead and 4 wounded. The teenager known as the Barefoot Bandit making his first court appearance, Colton Harris Moore, charged with entering the Bahamas illegally. He's expected to be deported to the U.S.
The Washington State native on the run for 2 years, suspected in about 70 property crimes across 8 states and British Columbia, including stealing a plane in Indiana to fly to the Bahamas.
Fox Radio's Lillian Wu. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Happening now at 5:33. 3 heat-related deaths in just a few days. Dr. Cynthia Morrow says record heat presents a real risk for the elderly and those with underlying medical conditions. She says some people may be cutting back on air conditioning.
It's tough times right now, and people are concerned about their electricity bills. For those people who are concerned about that, I just implore them, that this is not the right time to be brave and to be stoic and say, I can sweat this out, because there are people who can't.
Warning signs are fatigue, altered mental state, and seizures. The county's Office of Aging is there to help seniors find cool places. A coach is sentenced for sexting, and a Syracuse man heads to prison for killing his grandmother.
Former Lemoyne women's soccer coach James Reverso has been sentenced to 6 months in jail, 10 years probation, for sending indecent text messages to 3 underage girls. Onondaga County Assistant District Attorney Dan Barry says in most of those cases, messages progressed into sexual contact.
They were coerced in this case. They were taken advantage of, and I think they were very courageous in coming forward and reporting what the defendant did in this case.
Reverso returns to court this September to be registered as a sex offender. In another Onondaga County courtroom this morning,
she did not deserve to leave Earth the way she did.
The daughter of Nanette Hart expressed anguish over the loss of her mother. The victim was killed last year by her grandson, Paris Hart IV.
She was ripped from my life. She was my treasure and a precious gift, and I cried for her daily.
Hart had admitted to strangling his grandmother last year during an argument. He did not speak in court today and was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. Tiffany Latino, News Radio 570 WSYR.
And the investigation continues into a mysterious death in Manlius.
Onondaga County investigators are hoping that toxicology and autopsy results will reveal more about the charred body of a Fayetteville man found at a brush fire. Firefighters found 44-year-old Anthony Zajac, who lives in Fayetteville, in the town of Manlius Sunday evening when they were responding to a brush fire near a county reservoir. No indication of foul play at this time. Nia Carter, News Radio 570, WSYR.
And even though there's no activity in Albany, state lawmakers are refusing to accept Governor David Paterson's revised revenue bill. The governor says the bill would have allowed state and city universities to increase some tuition and financial aid and establish a $1 billion contingency fund should federal Medicaid money come up short. We recap your 570 WSYR Weather Channel forecast in 60 seconds.
The premier advantage is yours from Benefit Consulting Group, BCG, where you'll work with a team of experts in risk management. BCG offers one of the most comprehensive portfolios of human resource consulting services, cost-effective benefit programs, wealth protection strategies, and retirement plan design and administration. If you're ready to get the premier advantage, partner with the BCG team of experts. Securities offered through Canteray Grant & Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
To stay here and security for our families. But all Congress does is waste our money, pile up the red ink, and cater to special interests. As your congressman, I'll support a balanced budget, a tax code that rewards hard work, and gives small businesses the tools to create jobs. I've turned around bankrupt companies for a living. Now, I'm ready to help turn our country around. I'm Matt Doheny, and I approve this message. Paid for by Doheny for Congress.
News Radio 570 WSYR Weather Channel forecast.
Right now, rain 75 degrees in Oswego, clouds 82 degrees in downtown Syracuse. News has been a service of Burdick Automotive. Next update at 6 o'clock, breaking news at once on News Radio 570 WSYR.
The Jim Reith Show on the news, weather, and traffic station. News Radio 570 WSYR, Syracuse.
WSYR 421-9797 is the number to call. Anne-Marie Burkle is here for another half hour. She's taking your phone calls and answering your questions and my questions as well. Let's go back to the phones now. Beeville Fred, how are you?
Fine, Jim. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Hi, Ms. Burkle.
Hello, Fred. How are you this afternoon?
Very good, thank you. So many issues, so little time. Before I ask you my question, I'd like to thank Jim for doing this kind of format. I really think it's a great thing, and I encourage him to do it more often. Now, to my question. I would like to know your view and position with regard to the Second Amendment, its clear message to you, and gun control legislation. Please try to be clear in your response. Thanks.
Thanks for your call, Fred. I am a person who believes in the Constitution. I believe in the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms. Since I've been campaigning over the last 6 months, folks out in the district have gotten me a membership in the NRA as well as with Scope. So it's another issue that's very important because of the Constitution and because of adhering to the Constitution is what I'm running on. We have a document here that we need to be aware of, and we need to legislate within the confines of that document. So I hope that answers your question.
Well, he'll let you know, by the way, if it didn't. Jeff, you're on 570 WSYR.
Hi, Ms. Burkle. It's an honor to talk to you. But my question is, I've grown up in Syracuse my whole life, and I love the area here in Central New York. And generations of my family have also lived here, grown up here, and prospered here. But I'm afraid that I'll have to move out of the district to find good, solid employment and really work my way up the ladder. And I was just wondering what you plan to do to help create jobs in the district and nationwide.
Okay.
Thanks for your call. That's a great question. Because it's such a relative relevant question, because that is the issue throughout the district that most people in upstate New York are concerned about: jobs and the economy, and what are we going to do to turn it around. And again, I mentioned earlier the differences. I don't believe that the government can turn it around. I don't believe that a stimulus package can create jobs, not lasting jobs, and not true economic recovery. We need to have an environment where a small business, and my father was a small business owner, where you can